On behalf of the government and on behalf of my colleagues here, I want to take this opportunity to thank the unions, beginning with WASU, for the negotiations that have taken place and for us reaching an amicable agreement on the industrial action that was taking place that led to the lecturers going on strike. The government has committed to ensure that what figures have been provided for in the CBA are implemented in the next 3 years. We've also committed to ensure that we start negotiations of future CBAs at the beginning of their cycle, not at the end of their cycle. Because when we do negotiations at the end of the cycle, it brings difficulties in budgeting for the resources that are required to ensure that that CBA is implemented. So going forward, all our unions in the sector will be negotiating their CBAs at the beginning of their cycle and not at the end, so that we can be able to budget for these resources and so that we can be able to ensure that all our teaching staff and non-teaching staff are at their stations. We have a problem in the sector, we have a problem in the higher education sector, where there's been a lot of strikes leading to programs taking that much longer than the period that they are provided for. For instance, in some universities, programs that are supposed to take 6 years are taking 9 years. That is unacceptable. So we are going to ensure that the sector is cleaned up and that we are moving on in a manner that is detectable, in a manner that we know what we are doing, in a manner that is clear, so that we do not have a situation where our students then suffer because they are not completing their programs on time. So once again, I take this opportunity to thank WASU, to thank KUSU, to thank KUDEA, to thank initially even NAT, KUPET. We've traveled a journey, and as a government, and this government is committed to ensuring that all our employees are very well taken care of. So when we request that do not go for strikes so that we are allowed to negotiate, we are committed to that program. So going forward, I expect that we are not going to have this nature of strikes being part and parcel of our employment law. Thank you so much.